Welcome back to 360 Recaps. This is Moses. We are going to watch The Glory Episode 3, Season 1, and I'm ready to get into this. I think I have a clearer understanding of who each of the characters are. I'm still a little bit fuzzy on the names, but I think I have a better understanding of who each person is. And the thing that I find really fascinating is the layers of bullying and the layers of the socioeconomic classes amongst the bullies. Because with Hui, the young lady who is a flight attendant, and I think Mayon, anyway, the kind of lackey for the really rich guy, they were of a somewhat lower socioeconomic status as the other bullies. I think, what was her name? Something Jin, Yeon Jin, I think that's her name. She was very, very wealthy. So was kind of her boyfriend. And then even Yeon had a girl who was kind of equal to her socioeconomic status. The girl who was kind of making fun of Hui, I think. But yeah, they were even exerting power. It's like a pyramid of power. You had the two really big bully couple. Then you had her side chick. And then the flight attendant and the kind of guy who became driver, and then all the other kids that they bullied. So yeah, to see that dynamic was taking place is really interesting as well. So let's go ahead and get into it. I think Jung, she has entered into even more of a snare when it comes to her story, because the woman at the end, like, she knows that she's doing something. She knows that Dong-young is doing something, and she's kind of pulling her into, well, to be nerdy about it, a side quest. And I think this is just going to complicate her life and her mission even more. But that goes for good storytelling. So anyway, let's go ahead and get into it. The Glory, Season 1, Episode 3. Let's go. Hey guys, just as a quick side note, if you're looking for a cool gift for a niece, nephew, grandson, granddaughter, or just for the kid in your life, I create personalized books for kids between the ages of 4 and 10 years old. I have parents choose from a list of dreams, occupations, or things that their kid may want to be when they grow up, whether it be their favorite superhero, as a rock star, as a scientist, as a doctor.
I also create personalized composition notebooks that kids can take to school, where they can be anything they want on the cover.
So if you're interested in taking a look at one of those and supporting this channel, you can sign up via one of my Patreon tiers that gives you access to the full and edited version of these reactions, in addition to getting a free personalized book for a kid in your life. All right, back to the show. So is this when she was younger and she was trying to report the abuse? No. Or passing up someone who's kind of like her. Whoa. So she's looking at a reflection of someone who's being abused the way she was. And see, this is Korea, so it's not like they have like a plethora of guns. They are going to use a knife if they have to. Wow, the daughter has thought through this. Wow. No, bruh, you were a little bit too cocky. Something's about to happen to you. No, but Young, she made. Did he just break out some nunchucks? Oh, he's gonna accidentally die somehow. How interesting. So she was just observing this happen? Fascinating. I just don't understand, like, why she was even there and why she was observing any of this happening. Was that her student at school? I don't get it. And here is this Dr. Mother just living his life. Yeonjung. Yo. He's kind of like the cool, smart, but kind of somewhat irreverent guy. I see you. I see what they're doing. Is he having memories of Dong-young? Dong-young.
그동안 고마웠어요. 과외해줘서. 보충 과외가 있어서요.
In the West, she would have been given a martial arts tutor, but in the East, like she's being learned or trained to like use her mind.
동서남북 중에 어딘지만 알려주면 안 돼요?
I gotta watch that again for that weather analogy, but obviously it was somewhat of a metaphor for like people living in privilege and not understanding what it's like for average people. Actually, I think somewhat this show is an allegory for, and I'm using those two words correctly, is an allegory for privileged versus not privileged people in society. I'm gonna call this woman Tangled because she's getting her all tangled up in another storyline. Oh, I'm putting this together. Okay, hold on. I'm pausing this. Okay, so I'm so sorry, guys, that I didn't put that together initially in the beginning. So the woman who was getting the crap beat out of her and her daughter was that woman that she met at the end of the second episode. And so Dong Yun was there to kind of observe like what their life was like. Okay, I get that. Sorry for not catching on faster. All right, come on, let's go back to the story. This son of a dick, Lee Seok, Lee Seok. Oh, I see what they're doing. So they're working together. Like I said, two strangers on a train. So you're still asking for payment even though she's gonna kill your husband? This is a good dynamic. This is a good storyline. Or complication.
과외해드릴게요. 저도 최저 시급으로 계산해 주시면 됩니다. 고맙습니다, 장님. 좋은 소식 들고 올게요.
So she's going to collect information on the family and on the other bullies, and she's going to work out a way to kill her husband, I guess, and tutor her daughter. This is a weird relationship. All right, so we're going through a montage of her learning how to drive. Funny. All right. So I wonder if she's going to tutor her on the train because that's a nondescript kind of place for them to meet. Whoa, that's a thing? Like teachers can't tutor kids outside of school like as a side gig? That's weird. She is like, all right, like she's all about business and she feels empowered. How'd she get the money for a car? And she's trying to stay emotionless about the whole thing. Because that's the way in which she's gotten through so much of her life. Being emotionless about things. Interesting. Wow, she really is like taking time to be meticulous about all this. She looked at her like, she really is a novice at being a spy. God bless her. She's like, I have to teach you.
가해자들의 연대는 어느 쪽이
Wow.
더 견고할까?
And it's amazing the way in which she's able just to kind of portray herself as this wonderful person in society, you know. And the question, I'm sorry, I'm going to pause it. The question that she asked, I found to be really interesting. Like, which bond is stronger? That between perpetrators or that between victims? And I would imagine, I would hazard it, not just because we're seeing things from the perspective of the victim, but the bond between victims is going to be stronger. because they are really defending themselves. Whereas perpetrators, they'll turn on each other. They will turn on each other because they are really trying to vie for dominance and for power. Whereas victims see that they need other people in order to survive. I don't know. That's just my take on it. All right, press and play again. Dang, she's at church with her too? She is really committed to the whole role. I just foresee them getting caught meeting. Like, I think that at some point, like, Yeon Jin is going to see that the two of them meet. Like, she's going to be parked in a car, standing in the shadows, and she's going to see that the two of them are meeting. At some point, they're going to get caught. Whoa, what's happening? Why are these kids fighting? Dang. Only in Korea they're gonna use kicks as part of like fighting. Who are these kids?
그럼 이건 뭔 색이냐? 대답해봐 너도!
Dang.
씨발 새끼야. 내가 색약이 장님이야? 시초라고 누가 몰라?
Okay, so this guy is colorblind, but like
현모양처는 못 됐네, 박연진. 한번 힘껏 감춰보던가.
근데 엄마, 이것도 초록색이지? 아, 빨간색이구나.
oh, hold on. So let me get this straight and tell me if I'm wrong. It is her, that was her husband when he was younger. Because he was colorblind and he was beating the crap out of the other kid for telling other kids that he was colorblind. Now it's been passed on to her. That's what I'm surmising. All right, let's give it a try.
봐봐. 이게 무슨 색인지는 중요하지가 않아. 중요한 건 비싼 거란 거야. 국내에 몇 개 없네.
She's not impressed.
전대표랑 앞뒤집 살았어. 아, 여기는 내 친구. 멤버 추천하려고. 심사숙고 좀 해줘.
유난이다. 회원권 하나
Dramatically.
심사까지 해야 해?
오늘 어떠셨어요? 그리는 저희 CC가 대한민국 최고거든요. 한 번도 안 와본 분은 있어도 한 번만 오는 분은 없는데.
운동 나오면 다 좋지 뭐. 그늘집 만두는 맛있었어요.
여기가 워낙
Dang.
까다로워. 기존 멤버 사이.
She's really disrespecting him.
서류도 못 병건설 사장이야.
Oh, she's the mother of that
서류
dude.
주시면 잘 검토하겠습니다. 그럼 저 선약이 있어서요.
And so I'm wondering if he's going to bring her in just because he wants to.
심사 안 할 거니까 서류 받지 마. 그리고 이씨. 그래서 만두 팔지 마. 다 버려 이 씨발.
Yeah, if he was going to reject her membership, I was wondering if he was actually going to have her come there so he could have his enemy's mother even closer. Because obviously he despises that dude because he got the girl that he wanted or the woman that he wanted.
주차하고 기원이 키 막히고 퇴근해요. 금요일이잖아.
감사합니다 대표님. 최 변호사님은 도착해 계시던데.
땡큐.
Did he just say thank you in English?
정복동 개발권은 부지 시행권 확보했습니다. 바둑광장은 조경 마무리되는 대로 오픈식 하기로 씨랑 얘기가 됐고요.
중간에 조경업체를 한번 바꿨더니 늦어지네요.
So he's meeting with another developer.
요즘 젊은 친구들 바둑 같은 건 관심이 없는데.
Yeah.
신선해. 저도 갈비집 박 사장을 2판씩이나 이겨서 박사장 지금 뚜껑이 열렸어요.
I don't understand the weird connection that's going on between him and her, because they were both in the library, like separated by a bookcase. They're kind of finding themselves here in the Go arena. If she's setting this up on purpose or if it's just by coincidence. Wow, she is thinking, and he's like impressed, like, really? And he's like, she's right. I don't know what 20,000 won per round is. I'd say it's probably something pretty decent. What, like $50, $100? I don't know. Why is she so over the top? What's happening here?
너 전재준인 줄 알고 쪼갰지.
Did she think she was gonna sleep with
너 이번에
the
제대로
rich guy?
말도 있어 제주도에.
So she's really impressed by this.
이 오빠 엑스와이프 좀 알아봐 줄 수 있어? 있지 말지 정하고 가야 하니까.
아 걸레하고.
Wow, he's calling her out.
나 욕도 귀찮다 너. 너 세상에서 완벽하게 계급이 존재하는 곳이 어딘지 알아? 비행기 아니야. 그냥 한 끼 밥값도 안 되는 돈이나 쳐 받으면서.
Wow. So even she's like putting him beneath her. Jay Jones. Okay, I'm pausing. So here's what's up, is that for a second there, I thought to myself that Dong Yun was going to approach her as well, but he is the best person. Mayun, I think that's his name. Let's call him M for right now until I learn his entire name. I think M is the best person for her to use as an inside person, because he gets shit upon by everybody. Okay, by Jay, by his boss, by her. Yeah, everybody looks down on him. So it's going to be to his advantage to strike back with the opportunity that Dong Yun is going to give him. You can see his anger building up towards all of them, and he's going to be the one to take her down. Even though he was one of the people who was perpetrating like bullying against her and he assaulted her, he's going to be an excellent weapon for Dong Yun. All right, let's play.
난 오빠 그런 거 좋았어.
Yeonjin.
모든 질문에 답이 있는 거. 근데
I'm sorry, I'm pausing it one more time. I actually think that the reason that they are showing a connection between the husband here and between Dong Yun is because she, Yeonjin, is their common opponent in a way. She's the husband's opponent because she's cheating on him and in a sense using him in some ways. And I actually kind of wonder if her daughter is actually the daughter of her old boyfriend. What's that guy's name? Jew something or another, but starting with J. I wonder if that's actually her daughter. Now, I could hypothesize that maybe like the husband and Dong Yun will become love interests, but I'm still kind of reserving that for her and the doctor. But they're definitely drawing a parallel between Dong Yun and the husband. Or her husband. So let's see what happens. Press and play.
그때 나 말고도
What's going to happen here? They're not just showing this scene for no reason. Oh, it is the doctor. They haven't seen each other in years.
그 백수 청년 군대 갔다고 정신 차려 올 거라고.
Interesting.
왔었어요 공원에.
위문 편지라도 쓸 걸 그랬나?
보통 연애 편지를 받죠?
많이 받았어요?
Why are you interested? Why are you interested, Dong Yun?
나 편지 싫어해요. 아, 세명시엔 무슨 일로? 일행이에요? 아까부터 눈을 안 떼는데.
So is it really illegal for like teachers to teach off the clock?
아,
That's
근데요.
interesting. Because why would they have to do this on the train?
그때요. 우리 처음 공원에서 바둑과외 할 때요.
그때가 내 인생에서 가장 시렸던 계절이었거든요.
This is always like the case of like the protagonist. Like, even though she doesn't really have to like show emotion, she still has a positive impact on the people around her. She's a broken beauty. Ju-Yeo. Ju-Yeo. Okay, I gotta remember that. Ju-Yeo. His name is Ju-Yeo. Okay.
알지는 않아요. 수도세도 전기세도 기본만 나오던데. 월세
She pays rent.
없는데요. 알지 그건.
Right.
근데 죽어도 이 빌라를 원한다더니 몇
Just mind your own business.
그러니까 뭔 사정인가 싶었어.
Because she only rents it so she can spy on
만나는 게
her
원칙인 건 아는데
neighbors.
오늘은 영상이라서요. 차에 좀 탈게요.
타실 줄 알았어요.
아, 죄송해요. 다음엔 그것도 적을게요.
There shouldn't be a next time.
줌으로 당겨서 찍어서 화질이 좀 그런데 자세히 보셔야 해요.
네.
But see, it's dangerous for the two of them to meet like that. What is she seeing?
오늘은 앞에 앉으시죠. 자기야, 오늘은 앞에 타.
Are they gay together? Is she reading lips?
기사분 이름이 조수연이에요?
어떻게 아세요?
아, 여자가 아니었네요. 발기부전 치료제 상자가 있었거든요. 하긴 지속 시간엔 성별이 없는데.
이상한 부분에서 진지하셔가지고.
No, this is serious business for her.
왜요? 맞고 사는 년은 웃지도 않고 사는 줄 알았어요? 난 매맞지만 명랑한 년이에요.
Oh, that's good. I'm glad she made her laugh. So, is the driver?
진작 하셨어야죠.
뭘요?
명랑하신 거요. 전 웃고 싶지 않거든요.
왜요?
See, she's got to stay hateful. That's what's fueling her.
웃다 보면 잊어버릴까 봐요.
Wow,
조심할게요.
it's such an interesting like mindset and mentality.
아, 무슨.
Wait a second, what'd she say? I want to hear that.
조심할게요. 내가 이래서 맞고 사나.
Oh no. No, don't blame yourself. And see, she wants to let that human side out of her, but she's got to be a monster in order to accomplish what she wants to accomplish.
제가 명랑하지만 명랑할 기회가 없다가 숨이 쉬어져서 자꾸만 웃게 돼요.
Ah, you're so sweet. I really like you.
걱정 마세요. 배 안 댈게요, 사모님. 우리 힘내요.
Fighting.
이 사람과 나는, 우리는 왜 매일 힘을 내야 하는 걸까? 힘내는 거 힘들어. 힘내는 거 너무 지겹다, 연진아.
It's so interesting how she has inner dialogue with Yeon-jin as if she's like a friend. But I guess that's her way of staying connected to her, you know? Is that the teacher?
성안고등학교요. 2004년도에 자퇴했던 문동훈이요. 기억 안 나세요?
She should be like a ghost to you. Like a phantom. Like a demon.
선배님, 안녕하세요. 이 동네는 어쩐 일이세요?
문동원, 넌 여기 어쩐 일이야? 여기 우리 본가야. 우리 아버지셔.
아, 진짜요? 와,
He's afraid.
인연이 있죠. 저 선배님 아버님 제자였어요. 이제 저 기억나시죠? 아, 맞다. 선생님, 저 선생님 됐어요.
And she's coming for you. She's coming for you.
내 아들이.
뭐가? 어째? 다시 말해봐. 뭐라고 했어?
he knows that she's coming for him. Yeah. 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 Okay. That's enough of that. Yep.
뭐 이런 데서 보재. 시에스타로 오라니까.
No. Her
우리
inside
학교 다닐
man.
때도 여기 폐건물이었거든. 근데 아직도 이러네.
헛소리 말고.
Nah, she's got a reason for bringing that up.
복수.
맞아.
아, 쫄지도 않고 뭐지 이거? 근데 나는 왜 빼냐?
Because you're useful. You're a useful idiot.
복수를 하지.
Dang!
넌 없잖아. 아무것도.
와, 사람 면전에다가
Yeah.
밀면 뒤지기 좋은 높이다. 아가리 조심해라.
알지? 나 여기 올라서 본 적도 있어. 니들이 괴롭혀서.
씨발 협박하냐 지금?
She's already dark, dude.
넌 쫄긴 하네.
진짜 씨.
She's not afraid of you.
윤소희 기억나?
뭐?
전학 가더니 자살했다더라. 흉흉한 소문 돌던 윤소희. 기억해야지. 문동은이 왔어요 하기 전에 윤소희가 왔어요 했을 테니까.
Interesting.
그 윤소희가 추락한 곳이 여기야. 자살 아니고.
What?
야 씨. 오, 나 아니야.
So, does she know that he already killed someone?
그러니까 그 죽인 애한테 돈 받으라고. 그게 내가 가진 정보야.
Knowledge is power.
그게 누군데?
말했잖아. 순서는 내일이 먼저라고.
개털 존나 많은데 어렵게 고른 거야. 목은 있는 걸로 10개 맞지? 근데 너 혹시
Jade.
던져준 애 낳았냐?
Jade.
네가 낳는 게 빨라. 확인되면 전화할게.
Whose hair did he get? Jay June's? Okay, I'm guessing this is the Playboy's mother?
이사라 정신 차려봐 얼른. 해독하고 전시회 가야지.
Or is this the friend? Like, the friend of Yeon Jin. Yeah, I think that's who that is.
나 저거
근로소득세 내는 넌 모르는 이 종합소득세 내는 세계가 있단다. 혜정아.
Wow. Why does she keep hanging out with them?
이사라 달란트를 받았을까? 우리 이화백은?
아멘.
Wow.
감사합니다. 오셔요 사모님. 주소 써주셔야 돼.
자택 회사 어떻게 드려요?
야, 어쩜 이렇게 멀쩡한 척을 잘할까? 우리 이화도.
나 다음 달에 존나 웃기는 상 받거든. 다들 와서 같이 쪽팔려 줄 거지?
너 무슨 상 받는데?
Wow, she's getting an award at their old high school.
옛날 그대로다.
Oh, so she was sleeping with him.
파리에서 파리의 연인 봤어.
But you know what? He's keeping him around just because he likes having somebody to like crap on. Yeah, she's walking back in. She knows who it is. And they know to take her seriously now because she's a threat.
오랜만이다. 다들 잘 지냈어?
나얘 어디서 많이 봤는데?
와, 쉿.
Like she's part of the group.
손명호가 없잖아.
아, 문소희 맞지?
She knows that she's dangerous.
미안. 추억이 자꾸 가물가물해서 너무 슬퍼. 암튼 반갑다 소희야.
되게 착해 보이더라.
See, Yeonjin knows that she's threatening her.
최근에 이직을 해서 매일매일 바쁘게 보냈어.
I'm the teacher at your daughter's school.
비싼 회도 먹고
세명 초중고 이사장직 맡고 계시죠? 축하드립니다.
I guess that's what's going on. I don't know.
내 집 쓰레기통을 뒤졌어?
달리 방법이 없어서요. 혹시 아드님과 예비 며느님은 본인들에게 갈 유산이 조수연 씨에게도 가게 된다는 걸 알고 계실까요?
Yeah, because he's gay.
제가 원하는 건 세명 초등학교 1학년 2반 담임입니다. 자격 요건도 다 갖췄습니다.
교사라고?
네.
Because that's Yeonjin's father-in-law? I think that's Yeonjin's father-in-law. That's her daughter's locker. Or Yeonjin's daughter.
오늘의 수상자는 23회 졸업생 박연진 동문입니다.
And you know, the thing is that she's being awarded, but like, what did she really do while she was there?
자극적이고 끔찍할 거야.
And she knows that, or she remembers when she said, "You're my dream." And so this chick is very focused on her. And the last time she saw her, she had crazy eyes. You only bring that type of attention to yourself when you know you were going after somebody. Be afraid. Be very afraid. That is the first time you've seen her smile, but she smiled with her mouth and her eyes too. But like, yes, that is one scary witch. Boom. Yeah, so at first I thought that the woman that she teamed up with was going to be more of a complication in her life, but she's actually turning out to be more of an asset to her life. To Dong Young's life. And Dong Young is also being an asset. So she's actually becoming stronger with that alliance. It's not as if like her life is becoming more complicated through that alliance. So I think that's fantastic. I think that the love interest that she has with the doctor, or the relationship that she has with the doctor, that's interesting. And I think she's afraid that that's going to distract her. She's also afraid that the relationship that she has with, I guess, the cleaner is going to distract her as well, because the cleaner is just turning out to be such a nice person. And she's so warm that she's kind of like melting Dong Young's cold heart, or her hardened heart, you know? And then, like I said, the parallel that's going on between Yeonjin's husband and Dong Young, that's interesting as well, because I don't know why they're trying to make a connection there outside of the fact that like she screwed both of them over in a way. Yeah. So anyway, let's see how this keeps playing out. I am fascinated by the show. Okay, this is Moses with 360 Recaps, and I am